Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express, and today we are getting fancy with foils. That's right, we are covering everything heat transfer foil, from best practices with your artwork, how to order, and then all the way through the simple two-step application. Now, best part of all, there is no need to cut or weed with these screen printed transfers from Transfer Express. They come ready to apply, making these the best option for your larger quantity orders. But with quantities for screen printing as low as just 6 pieces, they may be the simple, shiny solution for your shirts in any order size. So are you ready? Let's roll. If you are new to Transfer Express, we are the world's largest supplier of custom screen printed and digital heat transfers, heat presses, free customizable designs, wholesale apparel, and expert advice to help grow your t-shirt business. If you haven't already, subscribe. We're kicking out new videos like this one every single week. Heat transfer foil doesn't have to be confusing or intimidating, and even though it's a two-step process, it doesn't need to be complicated at all. It is just as easy to use as any other heat transfer. Now, before we get too in-depth, our supply list for today is going to be limited to just a heat press. And I've got the Hotronic 16x20 auto open clamshell right behind me, heating up and ready to go. So let's jump on over to transferexpress.com to get started. We mentioned applying heat transfer foil is a two-step process, and ordering is also a two-step process. The foil itself and the adhesive the foil will be adhering to. So first up, let's go get the foil. We'll click here on our products in our main navigation menu and then to heat transfers. Next, since these are screen printed transfers, we're going to click on screen printed. And here you can see all of our awesome Plastisol ink transfers, and tucked in right here are the heat transfer foils. This is where we could select from the 12 different colors we stock here at Transfer Express. They all come as 10 packs of foil sheets in a convenient 12 by 15 inch size, perfectly matched to the 11 1/4 by 14 inch sheet size for the actual screen printed transfers. Now, once we select the color and quantity that we want right here, we could add these to the cart and then swing on over to the EasyView Online Designer by clicking the Order Transfers tab here at the top. Now, in EasyView Online Designer, this is where we are going to order our screen printed transfers for our foil adhesive. Of course, you could upload your own designs right here using the Upload Your Art button, or you could design online using the huge catalog of customizable layouts and clip art. For our example here today, we are going to whip up a quick layout using the artwork here in the designer. But before we start designing, we're going to start by changing our product type in the bottom left. You can see it's defaulted right now to screen printed and goof proof, so we'll just select screen print as our method and then foil adhesive as our product type. Now let's get to the design. We'll open the Layouts tab by clicking here on the left-hand side and just search Local in our search bar here at the top. Now you'll see our options load, and this layout right here, QPR34, looks awesome. And it's what we're going to use for our example here today. Once you click, it's added to your artboard. Now, this artwork pulls in with some distressing, but we could easily just click Clear next to the distress effect controls here in the Edit menu, and they're gone. Now, with any of these customizable layouts, you could easily just double-click on the text to change it. Here, instead of drink, we're going to change this to Explore. And Michigan here at the bottom, we'll double click and change this over to Arizona. Now, just as easy as changing the text, we could change the state shape here too. Let's select the state of Michigan right here by itself, and then check the edit menu on the left-hand side where it says replace clip art. With just a click, we could replace it with more clip art. So now that we selected clip art, let's search Arizona in the search bar and grab our new silhouette state shape. Let's add some fun texture to the state by selecting pattern fill with our new clip art selected. Aztec 2 looks to be exactly what we're looking for. Now you'll see that this Aztec pattern is actually quite detailed, but it's going to work great for our heat transfer foil. Now, if we left the distressing on our artwork, the tiny little edges and our show-through areas may close up and not look great with the foil, but these solid shapes in these patterns are going to look fine. Once our pattern is set, we can adjust all of these colors over to the foil adhesive inks. They look a little gray here in the designer, but they'll actually print more clear. Now, just by selecting each swatch at the top of the edit menu, you could easily swap these colors out. To top this design off, let's outline the entire state shape. So we'll go back down to the effects at the bottom of the edit menu and select outline. Here we're just going to select touching outline and then adjust the thickness of our line to our liking with these little plus and minus buttons. There we go, it looks great. Now, ensuring all of our ink colors are set over to the foil adhesive, including that new outline we just put on there, and we'll resize our artwork here a little bit, double check our dimensions right on the left-hand side, and we are good to go. Then we'll head down to the bottom and set our quantity details, and you're going to see active pricing populate at the bottom right, along with an accurate turn time. Of course, we still have some room on our sheet here where we could fit some additional artwork we need to maximize our printing. Now, once we're all set, we could click Next, review all of our details and artwork one more time, and add this to our cart. Now, once our transfers arrive, we'll get everything ready for printing. We've got our heat press back here set to 340 degrees for 8 seconds at a medium to firm pressure for our first adhesive press. Now, let's press it. First step is going to be loading our shirt onto the heat press. So we have a nice next level 3600 here, one of my favorite 100% cotton all blank t-shirts. So we'll just go ahead and align our shirt onto our press, grabbing the side seams and opening it up like a pillowcase, threading it right onto the press, and then just checking our sleeves to make sure we're aligned nice and center. Everything looks fantastic. The shoulder seams lined up properly right here, and a great benefit of the HP Tag-Along Platen. Once we're all set, we are going to do a pre-press on this, so that's going to remove any moisture and wrinkles. Doesn't have to be a full press for 8 seconds, just a couple seconds. And that's going to make sure that our transfer adheres properly. Once we're all set, we're going to go ahead and grab our foil adhesive transfer that we cut out of our gang sheet. Now, this one we're going to lay ink side facing down onto the garment. So we'll go ahead and flip this and put it right here on our shirt. I'm going to go about 2 fingers down from collar because the graphic is so wide, so the center of it is falling right on in where the armpit sleeves are. So we know it's nice and centered on the graphic. Now we'll go ahead and press this for that 340 degrees for 8 seconds in a medium to firm pressure, and this will be a hot peel just like our goof proof. So as soon as the press opens, we'll peel the carrier away. And our hot peel. The next step is going to take our time, and while we're still going to be at 340 degrees, we're going to take our time and bump it up to 30 seconds. We're going to take our foil and lay it down right over top of our graphic. Now, you do want to have the foil side facing up. See that our foil's on there nice and good. We'll gently take our shirt off the press and lay it down, ready to cool. And we'll peel. You can see here some of these super fine lines, and this line here filled in just a tiny bit, and that kind of shows the limitations of how fine a detail you could get with that foil. But even here, some of this negative space is all intact, and looks great. And you can see some of these small lines here and even down anywhere, and this pattern looks fantastic. So while we have a two-step process here for our foil heat transfers, it's not really any more complicated than pressing any type of heat transfer. And I hope you feel confident to order your own foil transfers and add some fancy, fashionable looks to your next project. Of course, at Transfer Express, we are dedicated to helping you and your t-shirt business thrive. Be sure you're subscribed here to our Transfer Express YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the new helpful content that we are releasing every single week. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.